outside with the dent filled in? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
That Ford. Was it a dent side, bump side? Nobody cares about Ford.
Give it an acknowledgement.
I don't know. I thought it was cool. I know there's some Ford people on here. Thought it was neat. Action.
Seth and Ivan have got all energy drinked up. That's the ones that give you the tingly face, ain't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's C4. Yeah.
C4, okay.
I forgot my koozie, so I had to find a rag. But anyway.
Yeah, we are headed to pick up a, I think it's an 83 Suburban 4-wheel drive that our buddy Tim down at OK Sales, or OK Recycling, found for us. So we're going to go pick that thing up. Like I said before, if it wasn't for OK Recycling, them guys down there, and girls, Brittany, Tim, and all those people, we wouldn't even be able to do what we do. So we appreciate them. Y'all be sure to go check them out. But anyway, Tim found us a Suburban. We're going to go get it. It's got everything I think we would need to do a conversion on a van to differentials, transmission, transfer case, shifter, everything we need to do a conversion. So we're headed to get that. We actually bouncing around an idea in our head about this one that might interest y'all. We haven't 100% decided that's what we're going to do yet, but when we decide, we'll let you know.
Heck yeah. On the road again. Daggone it.
Delicious strawberry splosh.
Man, it's good too. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I think I tried it one time and I didn't like it.
Give it the old college dropout. I mean, try.
Dude, that tastes just like Hubba Bubba. That is,
Told you.
that is incredible.
I don't know how yous do it. Ghost, I don't know how yous do it, but you're doing it.
What did you do? And cut. Now what happened?
That damn Suburban was probably like 120. Oh, please. And I got in it and it freaking broiled me, man. My skin started just seeping out sweat. Golly.
There's nothing to see here, officer.
Didn't do anything. Giants. Frick. God dang it. I'll try and cover up my name. So it was hot. Was the steering wheel sticky? It looked like it was sticky. It was, When I opened the door and looked at it, I was like, man, I'm not getting in this thing.
Yeah. Well, even the pictures on Facebook Market, it had just junk and stuff piled up in it.
Oh,
it's still in there.
It looks like it's a bag of wheat or grass seeds been spilled in it. It's all in there.
Oh, good.
It's about the only thing it can be used for is what we're going to use it for. it's a little too
An
far.
undercover crack vehicle.
It's a little too far gone to bring it back.
What, you said you thought it had the diesel in it. Does it have the diesel in it? I didn't even...
That's a 502 big block. It's got Dana 60 in the front.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it's a 6.2 diesel. It's got a 700 R4 overdrive transmission. I don't know a lot about the diesels. I was thinking that the only way the diesels came was with a turbo 400.
Yeah, well, that's just like Jacob's truck then. It's a short bed, 4-wheel drive, half-ton diesel,
Same
700 R4 running gear.
Same thing, 208 transfer case. So, of course, the transmission will bolt right up to a small block or a big block. It's all the same bolt pattern. So, it'll be perfect for a van. That gives us a front differential, a rear differential, transmission transfer case, and a shifter, and other things, some shock mounts and stuff like that, whatever we decide to use. So it's a good find. The bad thing about it is, it is a good find, and I think I've said this before. We're still probably going to have another $600-700 in it, re-gearing the differentials and going through everything at a minimum.
Right.
Yeah, that's on the good side of it. So, it's a good find, and still got to be some money spent for it to do.
Yeah, because the biggest thing, even like a big thing for us, is the shifter.
The shifters, linkage for the shifter, the drive shaft, the front drive shafts. Actually, the front drive shafts will actually work in the van.
Right.
So that's a plus.
Well, because your transfer case location, all that,
and
axle location, that doesn't change.
No. So that's a plus, a drive shaft, and then we'll have to make a rear drive shaft. Even though, with even stuff like the drive shaft, that gives us yokes on the ends to make a drive shaft with.
Right.
Set of rally wheels, those 8-inch 4-wheel drive rally wheels, they're getting hard to find. Good stuff.
What is that? What is that?
It's a spaceship.
It's a damn headache.
Is that a car?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
We're getting ready to do something we normally don't do, but my cousin called last night, and his daughter, the alternator went bad on her Nissan. I don't know what year it is. It's too new.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said we would try to put the alternator on it for him, so they just delivered it. We're gonna try to do this. I don't want to.
That's too much plastic. So
Yeah, it's just too much.
You have
It's
fun.
too much.
You have fun doing that.
But anyway.
There's that ringtone again. Those have a setting where you won't have to listen to the phone all the time. Anyway, Ivan and I
are getting ready to tear down this AMC 401 because it's we're going to rebuild it. We know it's got a cracked piston in it. If the motor runs, it's just got a knocking in it. And I pulled the oil pan off a while back, and I could see that one of the pistons is cracked right at the wrist pin. So we're going to go ahead and tear it down. If it don't need a whole lot, we'll do probably a rebuild here, clean it up. But if it needs anything else is damaged after we look at it, we'll send it to the machine shop and get the machine work done. Then we'll bring it back and put it back together. But anyway, that's what they're going to do. While I tackle the Nissan, I would rather work on that greasy hump, but I'm going to work on this.
right.
Over here. What we're going to do now?
You think that's going to stay there?
Hell no, I'm not to hold it. Are you crazy? Watch your balls. Your eyes. Your eyeballs.
Oh, that ain't
Oh, that's not enough.
to
That's
do
not enough.
nothing.
I could do better like that.
You want me to hold?
Huh?
You want me to hold that
Sure.
down? That way you can use both hands.
Yeah. Always use 3647 safety glasses. Withstand a train wreck. Seriously. All right, you're gonna get killed right here.
Yeah, I know. I got to figure out a way I can film this and hold this on here. Look how far we've come. You know, he's just still working on that alternator. Can you believe that? Can't believe it.
This is good.
That's nasty. God, Seth. They're just loose. They're loose. They're loose, man. I wanted to keep them all together.
How's that for togetherness? Huh?
They just.
What the?
I got it. I got it. Don't worry.
No kidding. Appreciate ye. Oh my God, she's pissing.
Well.
Something's wrong. You can already tell it.
What is it?
Everything. I have nothing.
Not a
Not a chance.
We got to go to AutoZone and get the puller for the harmonic balancer.
Oh, we still need to. Gotcha. Okay. Did you just wipe your face?
Yeah.
I can't remember which piston was
Why would you wipe with that towel?
It all went wrong. There's the important number.
Well, she's gonna need a set of rings, Eddie.
Gonna need a set of rings, Eddie. This has nothing to do with the rings.
We're gonna try to take.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'll just.
We're gonna take all these out.
Oh, yeah.
Tempo.
I mean, it's got to be.
It's gotta
gotta
be.
be- it's
It's
gotta
gotta
be
come completely apart. I'm actually getting them with my finger pretty good. Oh, don't.
I don't have-
Don't go nowhere.
I don't have that type of. Come on, baby. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, get out of there, baby. Nothing doing.
Hold on. There we go. Got it. Oh, you're going that method. Dude, look, I'm pulling them out.
like
I'm
plain
pulling them out
operation.
straight with my hands.
All right, we'll keep it up.
Well, I'm trying, but you're distracting me.
Oh, geez.
Look, just.
They're not. I mean, they're not. I mean, they're just. Did y'all see that?
What'd you do?
It just. It's just. Oh yeah.
Got it. Last one. Last one. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, dang it. Where is it? Come on, it's a race. Oh, gosh. Dang it, I can't grab this one. It's stuck. No. Mine's stuck. This is not fair. No.
I got it. Oh, no, I got one.
Oh, shit. I still got to win. Here we go. Come on. Yes.
Right. Son of a...
There we go. I got all mine.
Well whooped. Yeah.
Don't you touch them.
Wow. Hate to wear my shirt clothes, you know.
My hand's a little. There we go.
Third one.
Top of each cylinder.
Not enough to where we could hone it out ourselves.
No, I believe it. And with 3 pistons cracked,
Oh.
I don't know how.
How bad you think? How many thousand? Like,
It might be just get by with a hone. I don't know. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to let him check it out. Definitely would want to take the heads and do a valve job anyway. So.
Cool deal.
And the crank don't feel bad. It's rare that you see those pistons. I mean, that's kind of odd to see. I mean, those are forged pistons. To see 3 of them cracked, I've never seen that. Never seen that.
yeah, for 3 to be like that.
But I mean, it was knocking. It was knocking. Listen to the tiny chain.
Yeah. That don't sound good.
It's just got slack in it. Just many miles. Of course, this truck,
No, that's.
if I'm not mistaken, I think that truck had a record boot on it, so it was probably used. But no matter, it's still worth it.
Yep.
All right, let me run. I'll run get the puller.
I just drive.
Huh?
But if you want to run, go. Ah.
Well, that's one thing I don't like. I don't want these videos to be corny, boys.
Well, you done screwed that one. They're about yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever the state that has the most corn, that's it.
No.
Boy, what is it?
Huh?
Corn state, not Idaho. It's taters.
Corn state.
Yeah.
One of them Midwestern states, I'd say.
Nebraska sounds good.
Yeah.
It's corn about as corny as
Nebraska
Nebraska.
Cornhuskers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. God.
All right.
What?
Right.
About to fuel up. Got a kit thrown all the way back here. It's not in boxes, but we know what we got. We know what needs to be boxed up. But and check out that. What's that, bump side? Is that dent side with the dent filled in? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
That Ford. Was it a dent side, bump side? Nobody cares about Ford.
Give it an acknowledgement.
I don't know. We thought it was cool. I know there's some Ford people on here. Thought it was neat. All right, we're about to reveal a pretty big swim shop secret, man.
I can't believe that we're even going to let this out of the bag, but one of the secrets behind our kits that
I don't know, it makes them kind of special. We get a lot of questions. I mean, email after email, question after question. It's like, what is the secret behind the kits? Justin, I just got to know.
Well, show them, Seth.
Dang.
Best place to buy bolts.
You unpackage the bolts in your kit. There you go. I know, we over here dropping off the kit over here at OK Sales, and of course recycling. OK Recycling. And we ran across this thing. Look at it. No motor, but I never really looked at one of these up close. Somebody obviously had too much fun with this one. Oh shoot, look at that. I've been looking for these West Coast hauling mirrors for my van. I'm gonna dig through this thing, see if I can't find another one. That's perfect. What's that down there? Is that another one? Please be another one. Shoot. It's a big one. I think this is the other big one. Heck yeah. What is that? There's a side window or something. No, that's another mirror. Ah, you have no idea how long I've been looking for West Coast mirrors for my van. I call them West Coast mirrors. I guess they're just hauling mirrors or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to keep digging. I want to find another. These are pretty nice, pretty big, but I'm going to find another small one like that. Dude, that is perfect. I'm glad I stopped and looked at this thing. Oh, can't open it. Well, I want to ask to see if that kind of stuff's for sale out of this thing. It looks like slapper bars, but I don't think it is. I don't know what that is, but that is heavy. Probably filled with tannerite with my luck, so I'm not gonna move that. That's just plastic. But dude, heck yeah. I'm gonna set this up here with the other two mirrors. I wanna see if we can get all three of them. Hopefully that other one will pop up. Or four, excuse me, there's four of them. Ah, that one's broken. I might put that one back. There's two other good ones here. Just have to figure out some brackets if I run the big ones. Never know what you're gonna find. Never know.
Let's see. Trial and error here. Each one's custom. She is.
She took a picture the day she helped me. She took a picture of the way it was laid in there. I don't know if she still got it or not.
You probably did it all last year.
Maybe.
I don't know if that'll work.
Alright, let's see if she's in. Yeah, there we go. I love this thing. Yeah, trigger happy.
Now.
Alright. Cool.
More better.
All right.
It's the lightest one. We added more material to it.
93. Oh, we had some 93s.
I thought they were around 100.
We've had some that were like 106.
Yeah, you get some of these. Let me just right there.
All right, kit shipped. Now what?
Now, our buddies at OK Recycling have hooked us up with a 5.7 liter TPI engine.
That's 350 cubic inches.
It is, and I think it's a 700 R4 transmission. It may be a 4L60E. Of course, we wouldn't be able to use it for the van stuff, but we'll find some kind of use for it.
I think your little table setup's gonna have to come out.
Yeah, we'll pull it.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get that in this van.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure we had plenty of coverage on the floor, so I got the big tarp.
Get the computer?
Yeah.
Alright, I was like, oh, it was on there.
Well, there you go. I'll be damned. There's a whole daggone motor in the van. And transmission. There's a transmission behind there. What the world? Man, I told you it was gonna fit.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, I know trains are a big thing on YouTube, so I went ahead and filmed that. Do you need help?
Nah, I was just sitting here thinking about what your mama's gonna think about us putting this in our camper van.
Yeah, there was discussions on the drive here whether this would stay the nice camper van or might turn into a shop van.
Yeah, we may make it a shop, man.
How about that Corvair?
It ain't much here, is it?
No, I couldn't even get the doors open. They were all jammed together.
Yeah, it's
There's a cool steering wheel in there.
Matt's off-road would like that. He's a Corvair man.
He is a Corvair, man.
I don't know how he is on 4 doors.
They use the trunk.
Oh yeah.
It's not going nowhere.
The first dual engine G30.
And dual transmission.
All right.
And it's as easy as the easies,
Yeah.
man.
We got it out of the van. It's a little more difficult unloading one out of a van than it is a pickup truck. But we want to keep it on this pallet. So I think what we're gonna do, we'll leave it right here on the engine hoist on this pallet for the time being, and we're getting my buddy's tractor. we're gonna get it over here in the next day or two. So we've got forks on it, and we'll lift it up off the pallet. Lift the pallet up off of there.
I'm sure before we do all that, we'll separate engine and transmission. You just want to put it all together in one place.
I don't really know what we're gonna do with this yet. It's supposed to be a good running 350. Could go in your van.
Could
go in that burgundy van up there that the motors, that one runs, but it could run better. You know, Olivia's van, I don't know if she will eventually put something different in hers, but her motor runs pretty good right now, so
we'll see.
all she needs is gear. Yeah, we'll see. We'll find some home for it. It's not an LS, but we're not LS guys.
No, it's
These
those 2 little injectors do a whole lot.
yeah, I'm telling you, these old throttle body small blocks, they're good, dependable, they're simple. And you know, I know LS stuff is too, but I don't know, I just got a soft spot in my heart for the old small block. So we'll put it in something.
What's all wrapped up under the Christmas tree, man?
Well, you just saw us going and getting that Suburban. I think we told you everything about it, what we're going to do there. But now, you've heard us talk about several times, and now it's time to get it going. We're getting ready to do the AMC 401 build that I've talked about for girl here in town. And like y'all know, I've told you before, my background was in Jeeps. I grew up with Jeeps. My daddy had Jeeps, raced Jeeps my whole time growing up. So over the years, I have worked on Jeeps, AMCs, and I have built a ton of AMC motors over the years. A bunch of Chevrolet small block motors over the years. I haven't built, God, I don't know the last time we built a motor, because nowadays, really, I have a lot of people calling me wanting me to build motors, but you know, unless you're gonna build an all-out race motor, you can't build one yourself as cheap as you can buy one of these remanufactured motors from like Summit or AutoZone, any place, Jasper. I mean, you can get a motor complete, ready to go, that's already been run, dynoed, 2-year, 24,000 mile warranty on it, way less than what you can build one yourself. So anytime anybody calls me now to build a motor, I send them that way. But this is the one that it just got back from the machine shop, and she wanted us to put it together. So we're gonna put this one together. It'll be kind of fun to build another motor again. We're gonna put it together, and we've got an engine break-in stand that we built that we've got to adapt it for AMC motors. We've been running a lot of Chevrolet motors on it, but we got to adapt it to AMC motors. I had one years ago for AMC motors, but it got gone. So we're y'all gonna see us put this motor together, put it on our engine stand, break it in, put it in the honcho truck, and get it running. You know, I'm gonna have to brush up a lot, because like I say, it's been a long time since I built a motor. But
shouldn't be nothing you can't handle.
Yeah,
Well, let's see
y'all
it.
don't know this. If y'all don't know anything about AMCs, they're coming along. They're getting to be known. But this is an AMC 401. It took the place of the AMC 390s that like used to come in the Javelins and the AMXs, anything AMC back in the day. But it's basically a small block. If you look at a 304, 290 AMC, 304, 360, all the blocks look exactly the same. The only difference, it's easy to tell on an AMC what it is, because it's right here on the side of the block. It's embossed with 401. AMC did make some factory replacement blocks that didn't have anything on there. I guess they called them mystery blocks, but you were supposedly be able to take those blocks and pretty much make them any cubic inch. You throw them out or whatever. But the AMC 401, man, if y'all don't know, they are nasty. They will in stock form or just little modifications, they will give big blocks a run for their money. And we did. when, like we were talking about, we've been road racing for years. I told you that, but Seth, y'all all know Seth, when we started hill and hole racing, they would allow kids to race at 8 years old, as long as somebody was riding in the vehicle with them. So I built Seth and my cousin's son. We built them a, I don't think it was a 4 and 6 cylinder class that they started. So we built them a Commando with I built a inline 258 inline AMC with a little half cab Jeep Commando. Looked just almost identical to my modified Commando. We made them look the same, and they started running that at 8 years old, and they raced that for a couple years. And then the 4 and 6 cylinder class kind of died out and went away. So then I built Seth a J10 truck with a 401 in it to run in the street class. And he raced that thing at 10 years old, and he eat them up, man. He eat them up because them boys did not understand that you had to have a stock, full body truck, street legal, but you could only have just minimal modifications. I mean, all you could do is like maybe put an intake on the motor, headers, and a cam in it. And if you do that to an AMC 401 and do the same thing to a Chevrolet or a Ford, it will not run with it. And we built one for Seth, put a trans brake in it, and he tore them up for the first 2 years of that truck because it was so good, it ran so good in street class. I would move up and run it in the hot street class and run with the hot street trucks. But it was a good combination. We had a trans brake in it. I think he won the points with it at 10 years old, the first year he raced it. And but anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. If you don't know about a 401, they are nasty. If you can get
They are the cat's meow.
And it's a combination. They're strong. One thing about the 401s, I'll point this out. You can see they've got a lot more meat in the block. Your 360s and 304s, they don't have this much meat right here. You got the places to bolt your main caps, but it thins out here. 401s have got enough meat. You can make them a 4-bolt main splayed setup, but they're tough. They're even in stock form, man. They're bad to the bone. Along with that, and the combination of AMC's dogleg port heads, I don't know. You don't know anything about them, learn about them. Now, I will say one thing: they're not fuel efficient.
Right.
They will not go by any gas station when you're on the road with them. That's one of the downfalls. That's one of the reasons that I did so many Chevrolet conversions in Jeeps, is because if somebody was going to drive it every day, golly, AMC, they're great, they run good, but they do not get any fuel mileage whatsoever. So
It's funny. Every Jeep guy has 2 Jeeps. He has his nice daily driver, and he usually had the small block, and then they had the nasty trail rig or running Jeep. And it's usually the 360, 401, or just built to the hilt.
Yeah, and
Jeep,
I'm gonna tell you, a 360 will, golly, a 360 is unreal. I had a 80 model CJ5 that when I originally got it, it was a inline 6 with a 4-speed, and I had fun with that 6-cylinder for a while. And then I found a 360 in a 70 model, I think it was a 70 model AMC Matador, and that's before I really knew a whole lot about the AMC stuff. I was young, we pulled it out, and I had a cam that Daddy had run in one of his race motors that was at the shop. So I just took that stock 360, put the cam that Daddy had in it, and a set of headers and a 4-barrel intake, and put it in my Jeep. And man, that thing, it was dangerous. It would pull the front tires off the ground and shift it in second gear. Well, we found out later it was a 70 model, and it had the 291 heads, which those are the best stock heads that AMC ever made. They flow good. They've got a small combustion chamber. And when I put that cam in it in the Ford, it was a right combination, and it was nasty. So I had got the idea to build a small block. So I built a 355 small block and built it pretty good, had good heads on it, cam. I mean, it was a pretty good small block. Put it in my Jeep. It never would run like that 360. It ran good, but that 360 would eat it up every day. So AMC stuff, learn about it if you want something that's good. Anyway, we got these, we got all this stuff back from the machine shop, so we're gonna start getting it out, lay it out on the table, get everything ready so we can start putting this motor together. It's been she spent a lot of money at the machine shop getting all this work done, so we're gonna.
And the truck it's going in is, I mean,
it's a,
you talk about something that's perfect 80s like.
She got it from our buddy Tim down at OK Recycling. He is an AMC guy through and through. I cannot believe he even sold the truck. He usually don't sell stuff, but she got it from him, and it's a 304 in it. We're gonna take the 304 out of it and put this 401 in it. There's Tim's got. Speaking of Tim's got a 401 in a 70 model AMX that is built pretty good, and one of his buddies just put Sniper Holly fuel injection on it, and they say it's bad. I'm real excited to see it and see how it runs with that fuel injection. I've never put fuel injection on an AMC, so it will be it's gonna be cool to see that. All right, we got everything laid out. I mean, everything in this motor is going to be new. It's new pistons. I think it's 30 over is what it was bored. You know, the main caps, the block spin line home, the crank. I don't know if they had to turn the crank or not. They probably did. Probably turned it 10-10. So the crank's ready to go. Got a brand new cam. It's not anything erratic. It's just a like an RV style towing cam. New oil pump. New pickup for the oil pan. Timing chain and gear. They've already put the crank gear on the crank. Got brand new flex plate. Brand new flex plate, brand new harmonic balancer, and that's one thing about AMCs. They are externally balanced. So when you get one, if you got a 360, you need a 360 flex plate and balancer, 401 for vice versa. So that if you do ever mess with them, don't go swapping that stuff around. Although I have put 360 flywheels on 304s and vice versa, and 6 cylinders, and been okay. Might have had a little bit of vibration, but they were okay. But it's not something you want to do. But got new rings, new rod bearings, new lifters, new main bearings, new valley pan gasket for the intake, and a whole new gasket. So we got it all. We're gonna start putting it together. I guess the first thing we'll do is, you know, wipe everything down, clean it up. We'll get the crank put in it, make sure everything's right there, and then probably start putting the pistons in it next, and just refresh. Cause like I said, it's been a while since I put one together. It's gonna be I'm gonna have to relearn, but we'll get it. Kind of not say scary, but you just don't want nothing to go wrong, because it's you got to do it right. You don't want to hand grenade somebody's brand new motor.
No, that would be no bueno.
That is not fun. That is one good thing about the break-in stand that we built. We used to, when I built them, you know, just put them in the vehicles and break them in, which, you know, I never had any problem. But it's a lot. The break-in stand makes it easier. If you ever do have a problem with one, you know it happens before you get it. But luckily, knock on wood, cardboard, I've never had one mess up. Every one I've ever put together was stayed together and had no issues with them. So I guess that's a good thing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to be talking about building motors. We got an idea for a van too. We've been tossing around. So I think we're gonna, good God, when it'll be, who knows? But we're thinking about building some kind of 4-wheel drive thrasher van that we can just thrash it. Just
yeah.
Then if we do, we'll probably We'll probably build us a pretty good little small block, maybe a 383 or a 400 or something. Somewhere down the road on it. So
Something when you put the skinny pedal down, you
yeah,
can
y'all
actually
look
tell
forward
what's
to that.
happening.
We want to get something that we can just see how good our damn kits are.
That's it.
Just see how good our kits are. So I don't know. That'd be something in the future. Hopefully the near future. But
All right. First thing is first. What's first?
yeah, well, we're getting ready to. We'll start putting the motor together, and I always just. It has been sitting a little while. Just take and clean everything up, get the dust, make sure there ain't no grit or grime anywhere, and then I'll probably take a light coat of like Marble Mystery Oil and put it on there just to make sure no surface rust gets anywhere. Because we're probably not gonna do it we won't be doing everything right now. We're gonna have to do it kind of in spurts. We'll get it done pretty quick, but I'm not gonna go into everything and. As far as exactly what all I do and how I do it, I'm not. I'd said I built a lot of motors. Let's just say this: I'm not an engine builder. I'm an engine. I've assembled a lot of engines. I don't do any machine work or anything like that. I helped a guy out some that built our race motor. He allowed me to come down to the machine shop and do that, and I learned a lot there. But as far as being like a engine builder or anything, I'm not that. I just.
We'll throw a whopping can into something,
just an old backyard dude that plays around with stuff is all we are. But it's not rocket science. Anybody can do it. This ain't like it's a $100,000 high horsepower engine. We're got to get into all kinds of crazy tolerances or anything like that. It's still got to be done. Biggest thing, you just want to make sure everything's clean as possible, and just take your time when you put it together and. Check everything, make sure nothing's hitting, nothing's binding up, everything goes fluid. But we're gonna start putting it together. Probably, like I said, we'll just hit high spots. Not gonna go over every single detail that we do on it, because there's so many people on the internet that's got all kind of ways. That I'm not gonna get into everybody saying, well, you should have done this. This is how you do that. I don't honestly. That's cool. You do it your way. I'm gonna do it the same way I've always done it. May not be, I don't know, the right way or the way everybody else does it. It's worked pretty good for me. I hope I don't eat those words, but it is what it is. So that's what we're gonna do here. Today we'll probably it's getting close to quitting time. Maybe just get the crank set over in it.
Okay.
Put the main bearings in it, get the crank in it.
Sounds good.
Find my torque wrench.
Torque wrench? What? You mean you're not just gonna take the air chuck to it until it goes chicka 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 and be tight? Be done?
Maybe.
We just might.
Like I said, people, it's been a while since I did an AMC. I did a motor, period. Okay, that's right.
And they got a direction to them, correct?
Yeah, you want to put it. You don't want to put it in backwards. It needs to go like this to keep the oil. You want the oil on this side. You don't want it on the bevel side.
On the beveled side.
Whatever.
Okay.
And probably dab just a little bit of silicone there on the ends where they meet up. You don't really have to.
Something you like to do?
Well, yeah, I mean, these two pieces meet when it's in there. It'll meet like this
when they meet together. So you could dab a little silicone on those ends right there. It won't hurt anything. Just a thin. Say this is called? This is a thrust bearing on the thrust bearing for the crank. It's on AMC. It's in the center. On Chevrolet, it's at the back. It keeps the crank walking back and forth. Okay. So, and you can't really put them in wrong. The top ones go in. They got the hole in them where the oil goes through, and then you got the locks here on the side. So, like this one will go. This one goes in the block. This one goes in the cap, in the main cap. You see, there's no hole in it, and then the locks go together. It'll sit in there like that. Can you imagine when you got the crank in it? Cool. And let's see, he's got these wrapped up, so they're probably numbered. No, they're just sized. No, they're numbered here. Oh, okay. Okay, so. All right. Those are also numbered. Here's one. So that's going to be your first one. Is it a lot heavier than you expected? An AMC crank ain't light. And one thing, the 401s, they have got forged steel cranks too. So forged steel. Forged steel cranks. And they are bad boys. Yeah. And you said something about this one being turned. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, what they do when you've got a motor that's has been run, it's got hundreds of miles and stuff on it. Parts don't stay the same. Like your main journals, rod journals, they may get a little out of round and not be 100% true. Okay. They may have some grooves in them from over time where the bearings may have started going away a little bit, or something got in through the oil and ran through the motor. So what they'll do, if you ever hear the term the crank's been turned 10-10 or 20-10 or 20-20, that means they turned it 10 thousandths on the mains and 10 thousandths on the rods. They turned it down, and then you use a bigger bearing to get everything back true and clean and smooth. All right, so, cool. Like the bearings, like this. See, it'll say on the bearing, 010. So it was turned 10 thousandths on the mains. So this is a 10 thousandths over bearing. Okay. So it's got 10. Since they took 10 thousandths off of the journal, they added 10 thousandths back to here to get the right clearance. So, and we shouldn't have to, size them or anything, or check them with plastic gauge, because it just came from the machine shop, and he sized them because they're all numbered. Okay. So they're sized to the journal. But, let me ask you this. This might be more of a racing question, but is it right that I've heard that people have turned the weights down to get the rotation speed up and the weight of the crank down too? To lighten it up. And you can see he's balanced this. He put a plug in there to balance everything, the rotating assembly. But it will. The lighter, when you turn it down, you can turn it down. But then you got to go back and rebalance it. The lighter that rotating assembly is, the quicker that engine will turn up. It'll it's something that's got a shorter stroke. It'll turn up a lot quicker and turn a lot higher RPMs. Our race motor, we had a Crankshaft Specialties blower crank that had a big block snout on it in the on the end, because it was intended for a blower car. Of course, we didn't run a blower; we just ran a lot of nitrous. But the crank was heavy. We ran Carrillo Speedway rods like they run in the cup cars on the speedways like Daytona and Talladega. They're a lot heavier rod. And the reason we did that, being a small block,
you really didn't want it heavy, but we, in our minds, we figured us running small block against big blocks, we had to take every advantage we could. So our theory was, once we got that rotating assembly going, and we were plowing through there, and you hit that mud, it won't pull it down as fast.
Right.
So
there's a little bit of torque behind that thing spinning so fast
that
too.
was all right, and it did good. I mean, the motor still, that motor still turned up quick. I mean, I had a 9,000 chip in the MSD, and I bumped it all the time between every gear. So that motor, and I'm going to tell you, that motor it was a 388 cubic inch small block, 23 degree heads that Tony, our engine builder, angle milled them to 20 degree. They were Brodex Track 1 heads, flowed as good as 18 degree heads. And at the time, this was in the early to mid 90s, I mean, I would have put that motor, that small block Chevrolet, up against any 23 degree head small block in the country at that time. That wasn't a lot of cubic inches, but man, the combination was just right. And then when we messed it up and we had done it all we couldn't rebuild it and go back with that setup, we decided to build a 406 and used pretty much everything we used before, because we had I think we got the block that we used from Bobby Labonte. He was still racing NASCAR, and it was one of his blocks. So it was a Winston Cup block. And it was a 350 block with 350 mains. I mean, it was a good block. We ran dry sump oil system with alcohol and injection. But anyway, it was 388 inches in it. Man, God almighty, it ran. And when we rebuilt it, we went back with a 406 to get more cubic inches and used everything the same. We used the same crank, the same rods. We did change pistons, same cam and everything. And it ran good, but it wouldn't run like a 388 ran. That 388 would do it. And that's the way things are. Sometimes you just hit the right combination. And we did with that one. So,
Well, let's see if we can.
I think it's ready to drop
slide
in.
this thing over there.
Yeah. And when you put these things in, you want to be careful you don't nick anything. And these things are a lot heavier at 54 years old than they were when I was 25 and 30. And then once you put it in there, spin it over. Make sure everything's free. You have no. And he's already checked the end play, I believe, on the crank, but we'll set that thrush there. And it's getting late. I probably just put the bearings in the main caps and put them on there and not torque them down tonight.
Okay.
Just run them down. We'll torque them down tomorrow and cover this thing up. But man, that's the way you want it to turn, man.
Oh yeah.
That's just,
Let's see. Let's get that.
nice and smooth.
And you're just one hand.
Yeah,
Of course, I know the caps ain't on it right now. But.
Oh, it'll be the same way with the caps on it.
Well, cool.
Put them on there.
Now, from what I remember, these have got arrows on them, right?
Yeah, all the arrows go to the front, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, it's really hard to get them wrong.
All right. So what happened?
Well, I was getting ready to. We wasn't going to torque the crank tonight, but I decided to go and do it. But then I was getting ready to torque it. I forgot I didn't put any assembly lube on these bolts, so I'm just going back and putting assembly lube on the bolts. Just helps get a better, more accurate torque, I guess. I used to not do it on any other motors before. Somebody told me that I needed to be doing it, so then I started doing it. But I used to never do it on just,
On street motors and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Well, anyway.
I mean, it's critical, but I think a lot of people put too much cookie. Yeah, that right there. Now that's something that I've used on all my motors, and this is actually what came. This came with the engine. I guess came from the machine shop, and I started using it, but it just I don't know. It just didn't.
So it was kind of.
This is just real good and tacky. I like it. It just.
You said that one was a little more like liquidy. This one's kind of.
that was more like gear oil. This has got some tack to it, and I like it. It stays. I feel like you could put that stuff on there and let this motor sit for a year, and it's still gonna have protection.
Gotcha.
As tacky as that stuff is.
Cool deal.
Getting ready to torque. We'll probably go. We need to be 100 foot-pounds, so maybe we'll hit them at about 30 the first time, and then go through. But anywhere, I think the main's anywhere from 95 to 105, I believe. So we'll put them at about 100. And this old torque wrench is probably as cheap of torque wrench that money can buy. But I have put together, God, hundreds of engines with it. And checked it beside some of the best ones in the world. And it does it just exact same as the best one you can buy. But yeah, you torque them, and when you torque it, go from the center out. So they say. Let's see, we'll hit them 30, then maybe 60, and then the final at 95.
Cool. And like any more than that, you're going past the tensile strength, is it called, of the bolt?
Yeah.
Well, at least that's what has been heard.
That's what they say. I mean, I've never really torqued anything on motors, the bolts for anything but bearings.
Gotcha.
You know, I've always torqued the bearings, and I know everything's got its tensile strength that you're supposed to torque it. And,
what about the heads? I mean, you know you can torque the heads.
The head gaskets through them. About the only thing I've ever really torqued on the motor is the mains, rod bearings, head gaskets.
Everything else, and then it's torque.
The rest of it is get it tight. Make sure it don't back out.
Yeah. A little bit of Loctite, a little bit of Ugga Duggas, and you're good.
Man, and I'm telling you, and the reason, don't get me wrong, this stuff is important. It is very important. But I think people put a whole lot more on it than they should, because some of the stuff that we did at the tracks that we just needed to, we had to do it in between runs or at night, and it did fine. You know, there was some stuff that we shouldn't have never done on some high dollar motors and stuff, and we never went back and changed it. And it of course, you won't always get away with that, but I guess what I'm saying is be serious about it, but don't freak out if it ain't perfect. Now we'll probably, let's say that, we'll put it on the damn thing. Bite us in the ass.
Yeah. You'll see that thing just fly out the oil pan, pit rod out the side.
Yeah. Nah, I don't say that. I mean, but you always have that fear that, you know, God, did I do, is everything right? Did I do it all right? Is it going to be, is it gonna be good? I mean, you always have that fear. And whew, let's don't talk about it.
10-4.
Man. There ain't much info there, is there?
Mm-mm. The last time you stuck that on my rear end, you really didn't know what you were
on the rear end. I might can get it a little bit better here. I just want to check the end play.
Okay.
Actually, I don't really know what's let's put it all the way back first. Okay. This ain't a precision instrument here. It's not a lot, but yeah, all right. Good. Well, we got the crank put in, torqued. Thing checks out. It spins nice and free. No problem whatsoever. It's the way you want it to do. So we will probably get find something and maybe put the lifters in it. Let them soak for a few days. Well, we'll just let them soak until we get ready to put them in. We won't put them in probably. Well, we may put them in tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if we'll get that far. We'll probably put the rings on the pistons tomorrow. Put the pistons in. Get those torqued up, and then we may slide the cam in.
Ooh.
All right, we got the crank in. It's quitting time. We're gonna go up here and get us a bite to eat. But I think Seth was just talking. It looked like we got enough footage here. This is probably gonna be a video here. So we're gonna finish it up with this one right here because it's we try to keep them. Well, we try to stay around 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
We want to hold y'all's attention. I
Right.
want you to have to go get bored with it. But with that being said, thank y'all so much again for watching the channel, subscribing, liking, telling people about it. You don't know what that means. As always, we always say check out our buddies at OK Recycling. Check out their eBay store. Check out everything they buy and sell. If you've got anything bulk stuff, warehouse. I talked to Tim today. He was at a big job in Greensboro. I don't know what it was, but they got to bid on something, so they're going to have a ton of new stuff, I'm sure, that'll be online for sale. So be sure to check out OK Recycling. Check out Mark and Amy at Renegade Graphics, Renegade Tees up in West Jefferson. They are official shirts and sponsor for the channel for our shirts and merch. We got a new shirt coming. Mark is working on that right now. Check that out. Go online, check out our new stickers. Buy that stuff. We appreciate y'all buying that stuff because all that money goes to help us do what we want to do down here. We're not mega rich rolling in the dough, so it takes money to do the projects that we're doing and the stuff that we want to do in the future. We got a lot of cool stuff that we want to do for the channel that I know y'all are gonna love, and it's just we got to get the funds to get the stuff to do that, and anything y'all do with the channel helps us out to do that. So again, we thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, and keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep doing what you do.
I just noticed these pistons have lightning bolts on them.
Oh, they're fast pistons.
They're the fast ones. There's the ones from Zeus Speed Shop.
Yeah, they are.
They'll bark the tires in third.
Supersonic.
Supersonic. Oh, you got the supersonic
Yeah,
pistons?
that's the supersonic pistons. A lot of people go with forwards and then, what is it, hyperkinetic or whatever. We go supersonic.
Supersonic.
Yeah.
You also got the Thunderdome crank in there.
That's the first.
That's